All right. So, what you should have in front of you is the mock Gantt chart that you made a week ago. And what you should have done is your first task, right here, should be make a Gantt chart. Come on. Should be make a Gantt chart. So, task one, we're going to copy all this formatting. Task one that you just should be turning in today is make real project Gantt chart. Okay? And that should take you 3 days, and it should have started, what? Should have started the 27th? The 27th. So that's, what is it, 3/27? And it should have ended 3/30. Okay, so it should take 3 days. Cool. And then this all comes up. Well, let's do that. Boom, and then boom. All right. Now the other thing we have to do is we do all of these dates because they're all not real. Okay. So I'm going to start this date is equal to min, just like I did for this guy here. Oh, excuse me. All right, and I'll just do this, which is equal to this guy plus 1, and then drag him all the way down. I have my updated list. Excuse me. All right, so April, but let's keep going because this whole thing ends on May 1st. So this Gantt chart should take you all the way to May 1st. Oh my gosh, stupid cat. All right, so this comes in here. Let's do this a little bit. Boom. All right, so we got that. This is going to be the same all the way there. All the way down. Okay. This guy, just like before, is going to be equal to this guy plus 1. Just like in our last table. And this, just like our last one, is going to be equal to all of those plus. Now, whoa, what did I do wrong? Oh, okay, I see. So this guy is equal to this plus the duration there. And then we'll copy that down. Okay, there we go. But these values are not right, so we gotta do them according to what you said. So drivetrain for me is supposed to take 5 days. Again, these are going to be my real tasks. So let's say I want to design research holonomic. Or let's do Swerve Drive. Oh, you know what? I'm actually doing this. So let's do read manual for Fight Night robot. Okay, and that is going to take me a day. And then research past designs. That'll take me 3 days. And then sketch possible designs. That'll take me 3 days. And then CAD possible designs. Okay, except that should definitely take me 5 days. But let's do this because I screwed this guy up. Before I can do that, I need to decide on parts. So let's see, BOM for robot. Let's do, but before I can do that, yeah. Oh, what? I didn't like that, huh? Let's do this then. Okay. before I can do that, I have to research parts or COTS vendors, like HandyMark or Vex Pro or things like that. And most of the stuff I'll have in the shop, so I can just use those. CAD Possible Designs. Let's see. Fabricate. Possible Designs. That should take me 6 days. Let's see. Research COTS vendors should take me 2 days since I know what I'm doing. Even that's probably a little much. The BOM should take me probably a day. Fabricate. Let's see. Wire up. Should take me 4 days because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. And then let's see. Test systems. 3 days. No, 1 day. And redesign. Should take me 2 days. So now you can see that this puts me in March 7th, which is fine because this stuff I can't even do till I get to the shop anyway. So but everything else I can do, and that gets me a little bit closer. So I might be able to stretch these out a little bit. But since it takes me till the 7th, I'm going to go ahead and bring this out to the 7th. Okay. Boom. That's fine. Let's leave it there. There you go. Alright. Alright. So that's part of it. And these snap too. So program duration is going to be all of it. Perfect. Alright. So the next thing I got to do is this. Now this should be true, right? It should have taken you 3 days, which is Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And I gave you the 27th. So you started on the 27th, and it took you 3 days to make this Gantt chart. Now I'm gonna teach you guys how to do this by comparing how long it actually took you, which is something you will have to understand after the fact, after you've completed it, to how long you think it took you. So this Gantt chart that you just turned in is going to be our baseline, and then you're going to revise it, and then this is what's due today. Okay, is going to be, we're going to insert here. Okay, I'm going to copy this, merge it, copy this and merge it. Okay, make sure these are in the center. I have to do a new insert because I need planned and actual. Okay, let's keep that color there, and let's change this font color to that. All right, so this actually only took me a day to do, even though I kind of procrastinated. But let's just say it took 2 days, just for the sake of argument. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to say I actually started on the 29th, which is now. Okay. And then I'm going to copy this down because it's basically the same. But I'm going to change these to match this guy. So I want the same font color. And I'll change this guy too. To match. Where's this one? There. Okay. Alright, so those are good. But now I want this to color code too. Now the problem is, if I color code it, why is it not working? Oh. What it should be saying is if this is between these two dates, then it should pop up an X, which for some reason it's not. I just did this, it worked. So, saying this, okay, and this, yeah, it should be doing it, except that's definitely not true, but this one should be true. If this date is between those two dates, then yeah, it should work. Is it not populating? March 30th through the 20th. Yeah, that should be in the middle there. Now let's try something else. Let's see if this works. Same problem. Oh, it's because of the font's white or something? No, still didn't do it. Of course. Why did it work a second ago? Okay. This should be... So it looks for that. Alright, so here's my problem. This is May, and I have these as March. That's the problem. I don't know how I didn't catch that. Alright, so this should be not 5, but 3:29. That's why. Okay, so back to this. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going to take this guy, which is if this is in between these two, supplying X if true, and if not, supply nothing. Okay, so I'm going to drop this down. Boom. Okay, but now I don't want an X there because that will just populate green. I want to be able to compare the two. So I want to drop a Y. That way I can differentiate the two. So boom, copy that all the way over. Okay, now it's going to tell me I have an inconsistent model or an inconsistent formula because up here is X and down here is Y, but that doesn't bother me. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell it to ignore the error. Okay, then I'm going to come over here and just like I did before, I'm going to say conditional formatting, highlight rules if equal to Y, custom format. I want my font color to be this orangish and our fill to be the same so it hides it. Hit OK, and just like that, done. Okay, let's go ahead and make this bold too. All right, and let's make these bold. There we go. That looks nice. All right, so next thing I gotta do is I need this whole thing to be just like that. So everything's ready to go, right? All I have to do now is copy that format and then populate. So I'm gonna copy this whole thing down to all 10 of those tasks. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna select. I need to copy. Insert a row here. So all I'm going to do is insert into every row. So I'm holding down Control and selecting all of these rows on the numbers. And then right click, insert. Okay. And then I'm going to highlight these two. Right click. I'm going to double click this formatting tool. And I'm going to format everything. And since I double clicked it, I don't have to keep re-clicking it and selecting it. So now I'm just merging these. Boom. Hit escape. Now I want to copy all of these. No, I don't. I just want to copy these two. All the way down. Okay. Now I want to copy. I want to format this. I guess I could do the same. Format these, format these, format these, format these, format these, all the way down. Okay. So now, let's format this one, bugging me. Okay. So now, all I gotta do is populate. Well, I won't know the actual until I do it, but let's say it was 5, right? And let's say I started this one. I actually didn't get a chance to start it until April 1st. Okay, and then all I gotta do is copy this formula down because it's gonna take that plus the duration. Now let's say this one really took me a long time, right? It took me 5 days on April 1st. I didn't format. Boom. Let's just make sure I did all these right. Okay, and I'm just gonna copy the same formatting trick. So this all the way down. That way they all have the same. But again, they won't have anything until after you put in a date. So like this would be, let's say I actually started this for 4/3. Then I'll actually have a date. I'll have to put an actual in there. But I don't know why it keeps doing that. last thing I gotta do is I gotta actually copy the formula down. Alright, so I'm gonna copy these 2 rows, Control C, and literally all the way down my formula. And I'm done. And I'll just go ahead and highlight this and tell it to forget the error. Okay, and as I go down and start populating this thing, it should. Oh, this one didn't work. Okay, I guess I gotta do it individually then, huh? That's fun. There. So now, let's go ahead and go into all of these. Tell it I don't care about its inconsistency. And then it'll only work once you populate. What? So let's see, 4-8. And say it took 4 days. Why did this one not work? Oh, it's because I'm in January, huh? 4-3. There it works. And then let's say this took 7 days. Let's say I started on 4-10. There. And let's say I actually started on 4-20. Ah! Oh no! And then let's say it took me 2 days. You can start comparing how long it actually took you and when you started. So this is how you're going to keep track of this project moving forward. But remember, you won't be able to fill those out until actually you do it and we're able to look back. So like I am finished with mine, so my end date is actually the same. So this actually only took me 1 day to do. Okay. All right, and that's it. And this is what you guys will be turning in on Wednesday. Wednesday. I'm gonna give you guys 2 days to get this done. So what you should be turning in on Monday is the first part with only the green tasks, actually set up with all the real dates starting on the 27th. And then Wednesday, you're going to be turning in this one with the actually how long it took you to complete each task. All right? All right. Thanks, guys. We'll be having some announcements coming soon with some PPE projects that Mr. Mead has created, and we're going to be trying to distribute out kits to make masks for the hospital workers. We've gotten a lot of teams out there trying to do that, and we have a lot of resources that we can help. So we're going to try and help. So thank you for all the help. And I'll be having some announcements coming soon.